Hey members and patrons, I just thought I would come at you today with another behind the scenes clip since we're nearing the end of the month, nearing the end of January, and I thought what better video to showcase that for than my transporters video, which should be the most recent upload on my channel as of when you're watching this. Uh, yeah, as you can see, this is kind of my densest edit so far, my densest timeline, especially here towards the end where we've got a little VFX sequence of me getting beamed off of the transporter pad here. And then there's a little accident where I'm duplicated. So I thought, I would just kind of show you how I did this because I'm sure that a lot of people are curious. Obviously, started out, well, first off, this is a background plate, just a regular Galaxy class bridge, even though it's the TOS transporter effect and the and sound effect. That's just the best looking background image that I could find. And then obviously this started off as green screen. Now normally, so I'm just walking in here, normally you wouldn't want these shadows behind me. You try to make sure that the green screen is as evenly lit as possible, and part of that is having some distance between you and the background. But in my case, this is kind of a test as a new green screen, so I was only able to do so much. So this is kind of a showcase of what not to do, as much of as much as it is how I did do it. So I'm not a professional VFX artist, but this is what I was able to cobble together, so to speak. But yeah, let me show you how I keyed this out. So we plopped this green screen footage into the DaVinci Color tab, and so this is what it looks like normally, and then this is just alpha out the background. There's a little shrinking here, as you can tell, around my head. That's done just to kind of get rid of some of the green, residual green that's around. Whoops. Because something that I learned a while back is that green really does love to stick to red in particular, which you can kind of see here. If I unshrink this, there's that little bit of residual green right there. And again, this is not necessarily the best way to do it, but this is just how I did it. Then you might be asking, how did I do this energize effect right here? Well, basically, this is just like a TV static screen effect that I pulled in, and I color corrected it so that it would appear more orange like that. And I cut out a me-shaped mask around this that you can see. I just overlaid it on top of this clip, cut out the mask, kind of faded it so that it would not be as harsh. And then I just faded it out right here. You can see I duplicated it on both sides of the screen for when I'm coming in. That's up here. You can see this arc right here. And then I brought in green screen plates of me on each side. So we're looking at each other. This was actually two separate clips that were recorded, one after the other. And I just happened to get the timing right on this. Now, you might also be wondering, how did I do this? Because this seems like it could actually be a more difficult trick to pull off, right? Well, effectively what I did is, for this outro segment, I just recorded myself on the left side of the screen first, and that was the original clip. And then I recorded this segment where, whoops, I was reacting to my original self. So basically, I had an earbud in my right ear that was connected to my laptop that was playing the playback of the previous take. And that's how I was able to get the timing right when I was responding to myself. The shadows actually lined up, so I was able to just cut a mask right here. Yeah, one more thing, I guess. When I first am lifting my hand, most people won't notice this, thankfully, because this is not the best job. But I actually masked out right here my fingers on the right side of the screen so that they wouldn't get cut off. This footage normally would be optimized, which DaVinci Resolve allows you to take 4K footage and kind of downscale it, and at least in terms of the preview and the playback, so that it's easier to work with. But yeah, that's how I did the transporter effect in this video. So thank you all so much for watching, and I couldn't do this without your support, and I hope that you are excited for what I've got in store for February, and I'll see you in the next video.